Well, hi everyone. Welcome back to another What's Sold update video. Now, for you new viewers, I want to explain how these videos work. What I do is I show you excerpts from older videos where I bought stuff, then I break in and I update you guys on what they sold for. It's usually pretty informative, and we have a lot of fun along the way too. Okay, so let's get started. Here's item number 1. I got my cart and I started searching on this row. Well, I saw this sun catcher. It had chili peppers on it. It was made of glass, which is not those cheap plastic ones. They only wanted $2.98 for it, and I think I could get around $20. It's mine. I have a lot of luck selling sun catchers, especially those glass ones. Don't ask me why, but I do. Well, this one ended up selling for $19.95 plus $8.95 shipping. So I was pretty happy with that markup, and now it's catching sun at someone else's house. Okay, now on to the next item. This Goodwill has a very small toy section, so it's overlooked by a lot of the pickers. Well, I don't overlook it because I love selling toys. I saw this Battleship game for $3.98. When I tried to open it up to see if all the pieces were there, I found out that it was brand new, and these go for $30 online. Well, I remember playing Battleship when I was young. Yeah, they had boats back then. Yeah, it was a long time ago, but they definitely had boats. They were little boats, but they had boats. Well, Battleship has lasted the test of time because they're still making them today, and kids are still enjoying playing them. Now, granted, they're a little bit more sophisticated, and they're electronic now when we used to just move across the board with a peg. But, hey, popular is popular. Well, I ended up selling this game for $19.90 plus $10.95 shipping. Okay, bad part. It got to the person, he opened it up, it wasn't new, and they wanted to return it. You know what? I believed them. I thought the game was brand new. I guess it wasn't. I ended up refunding all their money. Well, sometimes in this business you lose. And this was one of those times. Okay, now, next item. On my way to the next aisle, I saw these 2 Dallas Cowboy football throw pillows. They were pretty cool looking. Well, I wanted to know the price because I figured I could sell them pretty easy. Well, this was $3.99, so I definitely wanted that. And I'm sure the other one was the same price. And together I'll probably get $30 for them. Well, that's what I'm going to ask. Yeah, it's $3.99 also. So I took both of them. Next to Disney, sports memorabilia is my biggest seller. So when I saw these Dallas Cowboy throw pillows, I had to have them. Well, it was good I did pick them up because they ended up selling in 2 days for $26.95 plus $10.95 shipping. Go Dallas. Okay, on to the next item. As I got closer to this set of shelves, I noticed that Harry Potter figure. It said Series 1 on it, so I figured that might give it some extra value. They were asking $8 for it, and online they go for $30, so I think this is a good buy. Well, it kind of goes without saying that Harry Potter is a pretty popular item. But for that reason, they produce so much of it, all their action figures and stuff, they're usually not worth very much money. But this particular one did have some value. It ended up selling for $20.95 plus $9.95 shipping. I was pretty happy with that. I like Harry Potter, but I'm going to be very cautious when I buy it. Okay, on to the next item. Over on this aisle, I saw this unopened, factory-sealed Xbox 360 game. They wanted $2 for it. It was called Modern Warfare 2, and unopened, these go for $30 online. I don't usually deal with video games, and that's because 95% of them that I look up aren't worth anything. But this one happened to be factory sealed, so I looked it up, and they were going for around $20. I said, okay, this one I'll take a chance with. Well, it ended up selling for $17.95 plus $3.95 shipping. I didn't get rich off it, but I made a profit on it. Now remember, if they're sealed, look them up. You might get lucky. Some go for hundreds, maybe even $1,000. Okay, well, on to the next item.
Well, I came into the back room with Mary Had a Little Lamb still stuck in my head, but I forgot about it for a second because I saw this retro radio. It was an AM, FM, and a CD player. They only wanted $8.99 for it. It was made by Memorex, and online they go for $60.
I took a chance with this Memorex AM FM CD player for a few reasons. The first was it was only $8.99, which I knew was a great price. But the second reason is that it was so small, it was very compact, it would be easy to ship, it wasn't that heavy, so I wasn't going to panic when it sold. Well, it ended up selling for $34.95 plus $15.95 shipping. Now, before you guys go out and start buying these, remember, have a box first. Because once I bought an item, I didn't have a box for it. I went all around knocking on neighbors' doors, please give me a box. No one had a box my size. I ended up going to Lowe's. It cost me $18 for a box. So, listen to me. When you buy something bigger than you normally sell and you don't have a box for it, make sure you find a box first before you list it. Good advice, huh?
That is a very pretty blanket. And I only paid $4 for it. What's the name again? The brand name?
It's Spiderlack.
Wow. These go for pretty good money on eBay. Okay, I'm glad I got that.
Well, what would one of my updates be without a Disney item? You guys know how much I like it. Well, this Disney blanket that I only paid $4 for ended up selling for $30.95 plus $13.95 shipping. So I didn't make a fantastic amount of money, but I am going to give myself fireworks because I just love Disney stuff. Okay, here they are. I love fireworks. Okay, on to the next item.
When I got to this row, it didn't take long before I saw that really pretty trinket box. They wanted $7.99 for it. A little bit high, but it was made by this guy Michael Wainwright, and when I looked them up, they go for $40.
When I saw that trinket box, I knew just by looking at it that it was well made. Well, when I turned it over, it was $7.99, which I thought was a little bit high for a trinket box at Goodwill, but then I decided to look up this guy. It was Michael Wainwright. Well, his stuff was going for pretty good money. So I said, you know what? I'll take a shot with it. I figured it would go for around $40. Well, it didn't. It ended up going for $26.95 plus $10.95 shipping. So I made a profit on it, and I will pick his stuff up again, or at least I'll search them on eBay and see what they're going for. So it's another name I'll just put in the back of my head. Okay, on to the next item.
This store seemed to have a nice selection of glassware, so I started my search here. Well, I noticed this teapot. It had a mid-century look to it. Goodwill was asking only $3.99 for it. It was made by this company Sadler of England, and I really liked the way it looked, and online they go for $25 and up.
That teapot was one of those items that if I had seen way across on the other side of the store, I would have walked over to it. Yeah, it was that good looking. I really liked it. Matter of fact, if I was a teapot collector, I wouldn't have listed it on eBay. Well, when I saw it was $3.99, now I knew I had to have it. I put it on eBay, and it ended up selling, I think within a week, for $20.95 plus $7.95 shipping. So, it's gone. Maybe I should have kept it, but I still got money in my pocket. Okay, now on to the last item.
I continued hanging around the clothes section, where I saw this really pretty purse. Well, it turns out it was by Anushka, and when I looked them up, these purses go for over $200. So even though they wanted $20 for it, I was taking it home. Oh, and they're hand-painted. That's pretty cool.
I found that purse at a Habitat for Humanity restore, and it's a place that I never find anything at. But I was on my way home. It was a little early. I didn't want to actually go home yet, so I said, okay, I'll stop in. Well, I looked around the whole store, found nothing as usual, but then I saw this purse. And I loved it. It was so pretty, and I'm not a big purse seller. Well, I looked it up, and they were going for up to $200. Mine wasn't, but some of the purses were going for up to $200. I bought it for $20, and I ended up selling it for $60. So I was absolutely thrilled with it. It's just, sometimes you get lucky, and it doesn't matter where you are. You just get lucky. Well, guys, that's about it. So, oh wait, I think I deserve fireworks, don't you? Yeah. Well, guys, that's about it. So if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. Please share this video with a friend. Most of all, stay safe out there, and I'll see you again soon. Bye-bye, guys.